Right now, someone your age is earning 10 times more than you, not because they are smarter, not because they are luckier, but because something invisible is influencing their earning potential every single day. And here's the crazy part, that same thing is influencing you too, whether you know it or not. Today, I'll show you exactly what shapes your earning potential, why many young people get stuck at the same level for years, and how to break out of that trap. So let's start from the very beginning. Have you ever looked at your salary or your business income and whispered to yourself, is this all I will ever earn? Maybe you worked hard in school, maybe you have the certificates, maybe you're responsible, but somehow the numbers are not adding up. You feel like you are swimming against a financial current and everyone else your age is cruising on a boat. I've been there and I realized something important. Your earning potential is not about how hard you work or how many jobs you do. It's about what your work produces and who it produces it for. Let me explain that to you. Before we break down the five forces that influences your earning potential, let me show you a real life example you probably know. We see the suits, we see the shows, we see the success, but many people don't know what came before that. Steve Harvey once worked minimum wage jobs, hustling from place to place. He slept in his car for about 3 years, not because he was lazy, not because he was unserious, but because his earning potential was capped. He later said something that it's deep. Steve Harvey said, I was struggling, working hard every day, grinding, but nothing was changing. He was doing his best, but his environment didn't value his gift. His network didn't recognize him yet. And his skill, his actual gift, making people laugh, was buried under survival work. Everything changed when one opportunity in one environment, with one person noticing him, shifted the direction of his life. Just one. And suddenly, the same man who was struggling became one of the highest paid entertainers in the world. Let that sink in. Just one. Not because he started working harder, but because his earning potential finally aligned with the forces that multiply income. Steve Harvey wasn't the problem. The system he was in was the problem. What happened to him is the same thing happening to millions of young people today. And that leads us into the five invincible forces that shape your income. These five forces determine whether a person stays stuck or becomes financially free. So let me break them down one by one. Number one, your network. Who knows what you can do? You have skills, or do you have visibility? Here's the hard truth. Your earning potential increases when people with money, problems, or opportunities know you exist. Most young people talk to people like them, same salary range, same problems, same mindset. But one introduction can change your entire income trajectory. Ask yourself, who knows me well enough to pay me or recommend me? The second factor is your environment. Are you planted in the right soil? A seed can't grow on concrete. A fish can't thrive on land. A mango tree cannot grow in the desert. Same with your income. So, location matters, industry matters, environment matters. You can be talented, but if where you are does not demand your skill, your earning potential stays low. Imagine being a world-class website designer in a place where businesses barely use websites. Can you imagine what that's going to be like? Environment can suppress or multiply your earning potential, which leads to the third factor, which is your money mindset. And I've talked about this in a couple of my previous videos. What you believe about money decides what you earn. Proverbs 23 says, "As a man thinks in his heart, so is he." If you think money is evil, if you think rich people are greedy, if you think you can't earn more than what you're currently earning, if you think your degree determines your income, then your mind will sabotage your opportunities. But hear me, money is not evil. It is the love of money that is evil. Money is just a tool, just like an hammer. So it depends on who and what you use it for. Your mindset acts like a thermostat. So even if you get a higher paying opportunity, you do something unintentionally to go back to the income level you believe you deserve. To grow your income, you must grow your identity. You must change your money mindset, which leads to the fourth factor, which is your action speed. How fast you move determines how fast you earn. And this is one of the biggest secrets. Two people may have the same skills, same opportunities, same environment, but the one who executes faster will always earn more. Speed is a multiplier. The world rewards people who learn fast, apply fast, fail fast, pivot fast, build fast, and ship fast. Opportunities expire. God rarely rewards hesitation, He rewards obedience, your action, movement. Remember the story of David when he heard Goliath insulted Israel. He ran towards him. The other illustrations to think about is when the servants in the parable of the talents received their gifts. Scripture said they went at once to multiply them, which is critical. Delayed obedience is often disobedience. And in the marketplace, delayed action kills opportunities. God is willing to bless your work, but He can't bless what you refuse to start. But action compounds. Your earning potential rises when you stop waiting and you start building. And this leads to the fifth factor, the ultimate factor, your skill value and your value communication. Let me show you a truth about earning potential that applies whether you're an employee, a freelancer, or an entrepreneur, a business owner. People don't pay you for hours, they pay you for outcomes. And the people who earn the most are those who can produce value and communicate it clearly. This combination is rare. Most people only have half of it. But if you master both, your income rises anywhere you go. Because even valuable skills can't help you if nobody knows the value that those skills bring. And here is the hidden multiplier, selling your value. This is the part people never learn in school. Two people can have the same degree, same skill, same certificate, but widely different incomes. And would you want to pause to ask yourself why? Because one person simply lists what they do, and the other communicates the results they create. Let's take this scenario in an interview. And we have two people or someone applying for a job. You don't just say, "I worked in marketing." To communicate your value, say something like, "I helped generate $5 million in revenue through targeted campaigns. That carries more weight. You've communicated your value. Or think of another scenario. You don't say, oh, I edit videos. But when you say something like, my editing helped my clients gain 10,000 new followers in 30 days, then people listen because you've communicated value. And this is the difference between getting hired and getting ignored. It's the difference between charging $50,000 and charging $200,000 as a business. In this second scenario, let's talk about salary negotiation for employees. Most people never ask for more, not because they don't deserve it, but because they don't know how to articulate their value. And I must say, I fell into this trap. When I got my last 9 to 5 job, I accepted the first offer, only to realize I could have gotten more. One conversation can change your entire financial year. The third thing to think about is your pricing and your packaging. And this applies mostly to business owners or people that produce things, say freelancers and entrepreneurs, because they often undercharge. They think in terms of hours, not outcomes. Producers should charge based on revenue generated, the problems they solved, the time they saved, the results they created, not just how long it took. You don't hide, you communicate your results. This is not arrogance, it's stewardship. It's you showing the value you bring. So whether you earn a salary or you run a business, you become valuable when you produce value consistently. So what can you do? There are some steps you can take. You can keep a journal, document your achievements. Small wins become big leverage. You can master your value statement. Some people will call it pitch. What result have you created? Such that you can communicate it quickly to someone. Number 3, show your work so you can keep a portfolio or screenshots or testimonials. Fourth thing you can do is ask or charge for your value. Negotiation is not pride. Pricing is not greed. It's stewardship. The bottom line is skill creates value. Communication unlocks the income. A producer mindset multiplies both of them. You don't rise because you deserve it. You rise because you produce value, you communicate value, and then you multiply value. Whether you're in a company or you're building your own, this is the factor that changes your earning potential forever. Let me say something that may offend some people. You are not being paid what you are worth. You are being paid what your value is worth in the marketplace. That's why two people with the same degree can be 10 times apart in income. So here's the formula. Your earning potential is equal to the skill value, the value of communication of that skill, the environment, your network, your mindset, and your speed. And when these 5 forces align, your life changes. But when even one is missing, you stay stuck. So if you want to increase your income, increase your value, place yourself in the right environment, upgrade your mindset, expand your network, and move with speed. There's someone you know, a friend, a cousin, a colleague, who is working hard but feeling stuck, just like Steve Harvey when he started out. Share this video with them. They might be one conversation away from unlocking the income they truly deserve. And if you want more content that teaches you how to make, manage, and multiply money God's way, hit subscribe. This is the Steward Circle. See you next time.